Okay, good morning, good night, everyone. This time I will continue to review new paper. The title is Corrosion Behavior of Refractory Metals in Liquid Lead at 1000 degrees Celsius for 1000 hours by Zhongqi Zhao et al. Linlow et al. For this paper, about the abstract, lead-based phase reactor (LFR) has become one of the most promising reactors for Generation 4 nuclear system. A developing trend in LFR is high efficiency along with operation temperatures up to 800 degrees Celsius or even higher. One of the key issues is in the high efficiency LFR is corrosion of cladding materials with lead at high temperatures. In this study, corrosion behavior of some refractory metals, niobium and niobium alloy and molybdenum, was investigated in static lead at uh, 1000 degrees Celsius for 1000 hours. The results showed that niobium and niobium alloy exhibit in intense dissolution corrosion with obvious lead penetration after corrosion, and lead penetration extend along the grind boundaries of the specimen. Furthermore, niobium alloy showed a better corrosion resistance than of niobium as a result of elements of W and molybdenum included the niobium alloy. Molybdenum alloy showed much better corrosion resistance than of niobium and niobium alloy, and no lead penetration could observed. However, an exact morphology appeared on the surface of molybdenum alloy, indicating the occurrence of corrosion to a certain degree. The result of indicate the molybdenum is compatible with lead up to 1000 degrees Celsius, while niobium alloys might be not compatible with lead for high efficiency LFR such as high temperatures. And next, talk about introduction. The development of high corrosion resistant materials with lead, bismuth, and lead environment is one of the key issues of development of LFR. Levi et al. Studied the corrosion behavior of some refractory metals (SW, palladium, and niobium) in the LB with oxygen concentration of 5 5 cross 5 10 5 time 10 power minus 6 by percent at 700 degrees Celsius by means of stereotype corrosion test. Also found that molybdenum and tungsten exhibit high corrosion resistance to high liquid lead with oxygen concentration of 4.5 time 10 power minus 7% as 700 degrees Celsius. However, investigation on corrosion behavior of this material in LB and lead at temperature above 700 degree are limited. So in the present study, corrosion behavior of some refractory metals in statistically at 1000 degrees Celsius for 100 hours was studied. This is a schematic diagram of corrosion device. So the material test in study were three commercial refractory metal is niobium, niobium alloy, and molybdenum alloy. The correction medium used in this study was lead. Its purity was 99.99%, and the size of crucible were 180 millimeter in height and 110 millimeter in outer diameter and 5 millimeter thickness. The quantities of the liquid were 12 kilogram in the experiment, and the gas system was to provide an inner gas, argon gas environment in the tank and crucible. This table is about chemical composition of test material in white percent about niobium, niobium alloy, and molybdenum alloy. In this experiment, the density of W is much higher than that of lead, so the specimen fixed on the W block got immersed in liquid lead instead of floating the surface of liquid lead. The temperature of liquid lead was 1,000 degrees Celsius. The total time of the correction test was 1,000 hours, and specimens were taken out from liquid lead at 500 hours and 1,000 hours, respectively. After the correction test, half of the specimen used sulfur and white loss analysis were immersed in liquid LBA at at tier tier 380 until 400 degrees Celsius under the penetration of argon gas to remove the residual lead. And then were immersed in hot glycerin at 160 under 180 degrees Celsius to remove residual LB. Another half of the specimen used for corrosion analysis were mounted in resin and were grinded and polished. The weight of specimen before and after exposure were determined using an electronic balance with accuracy of 0.1 milligram. The surface and cross-sectional morphologies and composition of the specimen were characterized by scanning electron microscopy, and the metallographic microstructure of the specimen were characterized by light optical microscope. And this figure 2, same surface morphology on niobium before and after exposure. This before exposure, you can see the machining press, and this after exposure for 1,000 hours. So this is MB particles, and this sunken growths. And in figure 3, we can see same cross-sectional microstructure of niobium after exposure. Uh, this for 500 hours and this for 1,000 hours. So we can see different lead different different about lead penetration. So yeah, you can see after 1,000 hours the lead penetration is more more deep, more mm, more insight. And this ADS line scanning image. So we can see this for oxygen, this for lead, and this for niobium. And you can see for niobium is uh, the count is higher at between 40 and 60 micrometer. And this figure 4 same super morphology of niobium alloy before and after exposure. This before exposure, we can see machining threads, and this both after exposure for uh, 1000 hours. You can see in this part, if we zoom out, so we can see the same surface morphology. And talk about the result. Before exposure, newborn specimens showed clear machining traces, zebra and uneven corrosion occurred, forming deep grooves along machining traces, and particles were also observed. After 500 hours, lead penetration the newborn specimen to a deep of 5 until 10 micrometer. The interface was relatively flat, indicating the early stage corrosion. After 1000 hours, liberalization increased to 20 micrometer and the interface become uneven. Some of niobium particles peeled off. ADS analysis shows the tree of oxygen diffusion into the niobium specimen, indicating dissolution corrosion. The weight loss of niobium after 1 hour was uh, 178 gram per meter quadrat. The compatibility of niobium and lead was not good at 1000 degrees Celsius. After 1000 hours, the surface of niobium alloy was completely covered by small particles, approximately uh, 1 time 10 power 2 millimeter in size. These particles were encrusted in uh, W and molybdenum elements, while zirconium content decreased compared to the niobium alloy matrix. After 5 hours, there was almost no lead penetration into niobium alloy. However, after 1000 hours, lead penetration to a depth around 5 time 10 power 15 millimeter. ADS analysis shows dissolution corrosion of niobium alloy in high temperature lead, and the area near of the surface of niobium alloy showed enrichment in W and molybdenum elements. The high loss of niobium alloy after 1000 hours was 135 gram per meter quadrat. Like niobium, niobium alloy was not very compatible with lead at 1000 degrees Celsius. So we can see in this figure 5, this same corrosion microscope of niobium alloy. This special for 500 hours, and this special for 1000 hours. You can see the depth of the penetration was increased after a special 1000 hours. And uh, this it is scanning image, and molybdenum alloy had pH and cracks on the surface before exposure. After 1000 hours, speed and cracks disappeared, and the surface showed enlarged morphology with grain size around uh, 1 until 5 micrometer. molybdenum alloy suffered from corrosion to a certain extent. For cross-sectional analysis, before exposure, some of bits were observed on the surface. After 500 hours, bit disappeared, and the interface become flat. After 1 hour, the interface become uneven again, with a discontinuous structure and tendency to peel off. ADS analysis showed dissolution, corrosion, and diffusion of niobium into molybdenum alloy. And the weight loss of the molybdenum alloy after 1000 hours was 7 gram per meter quadrat, and molybdenum alloy showed relative good corrosion resistance compared to niobium and niobium alloy up to 1000 hours. So this in table 2, this chemical combustion of particle can in white percent the INBI is 83.5 white percent, W is 11.7 white percent, molybdenum is 4.4 white percent, and zirconium is 0.4 white percent. And this result for figure 6, this came cross-sectional in microsector of molybdenum alloy before exposure, this occurred and paste, and this after exposure for 1000 hours. So we can see this attached surface. And we move to discussion part. Comparison with revised study. For lead penetration, both studies observe lead penetration into niobium. For temperature, revised study use a lower temperature, um, temperature 30 degrees Celsius compared to studies 100 degrees Celsius. For penetration depth, despite the speed, the lower temperature, revised study found a higher lead penetration depth, uh, 50 millimeter compared in the study, and weight loss in niobium was smaller in the study at 100 degrees Celsius than in the first study at 70 degrees Celsius. Talk about attribution and oxygen concentration. For oxygen concentration, if I study controlled oxygen concentration in LB using a gas-based oxygen control system and monitored in with electrochemical oxygen sensor. And for oxygen absent, the study did not have an oxygen sensor and used argon gas at 1000 degrees Celsius. The difference in lead penetration and weight loss could be attributed to the different oxygen concentration into the two studies. And talk about the effect of oxygen concentration in previous studies at lower temperatures. Uh, lower temperatures 500 degrees Celsius, continuous argon gas supply reduced oxygen concentration in liquid lead to below 1 time 10 power minus 10 Y% after 5 days. And in device study, the higher oxygen concentration in LAB lead to both oxidation and dissolution corrosion of niobium, resulting in increased lead penetration. And in this study, the lower oxygen concentration is in lead likely resulted in a dominant dissolution corrosion mechanism for niobium. And for weaker corrosion, dissolution corrosion is generally less severe than oxidation and dissolution combined, leading to weaker corrosion in the study. So the solubility of metallic species like ferro and chromium is lower in liquid lead compared to LB. This suggests the material makes super less corrosion in lead at the same temperatures. So these are figure 7, same composition of molybdenum alloy before and after exposure for different time. Uh, this before exposure and this after 500 hours exposure and this after 1000 hour exposure. We can see the different in this figure and this ADS lens scanning image for molybdenum alloy. So we can see the molybdenum is much higher and for niobium alloy superiority, the niobium alloy exhibit better corrosion resistance to liquid lead compared to niobium. And niobium iron contains the element Y, tungsten, molybdenum, zirconium, and addition to niobium after pressure. Uh, mm, oh yeah, after pressure, tungsten and molybdenum elements were enriched near to niobium alloy surface, and both of niobium and niobium alloy showed dissolution corrosion. The different corrosion behavior might be attributed into the varying solubility elements in lead. So, the result of this study can give a qualitative judgment element solubility in lead as follow. Uh, Niobium uh, more more bigger than molybdenum and wolfram or tungsten. So far, this no occur value to or empirical formula for solubility of niobium lead at 1000 degrees Celsius, but rock ranks less than uh, 10 power minus 5 percent was given in the previous one, while the element of molybdenum and empirical formula is given in the first one, like this log as y% equal to A minus B per T, where the T is temperature in Kelvin and S is the solubility limit in Y% and A and B are empirical values. And this figures 9 about weight loss different refractory metal after exposure in 70 700 degrees Celsius LB and 100 1000 degrees Celsius for 1000 hours. So we can see the weight loss of molybdenum is very small, mm, small compared by others material. So eh, yeah, yeah. And two studies, Sang and Brewer reported different solubilities in molybdenum lead at 1000 degrees Celsius. Sang follow was higher compared to Brewer's, and Brewer's follow might be closer to the true solubility. Solubility data for tungsten in lead at 1000 degrees Celsius is limited, but likely less than this value. And lead penetration and corrosion behavior in niobium and niobium alloy are influenced by factors like oxygen concentration, temperature, and element solubility. Lead penetrate both of niobium and niobium alloy along grain boundaries, so grain boundaries have higher energy and more susceptible to corrosion. Eh, This phenomenon is common in austenitic steel, especially to liquid LB with low oxygen concentration. Niobium showed deep sunken grooves along machination threads after exposure, and niobium alloy surface was covered with small particles. The difference in corrosion resistance between niobium and niobium alloy might be attributed to the different solubility of element in lead. Molybdenum exhibited significantly better corrosion resistance in lead compared to niobium and niobium alloy. No lead penetration was observed in molybdenum alloy. Corrosion behavior in molybdenum in lead is strongly influenced by temperature. Molybdenum shows a minimal corrosion at 700 degrees Celsius, but exhibited in noticeable corrosion at 1000 degrees Celsius. And niobium for niobium and niobium alloys diffused into molybdenum alloy. The diffusion might have influenced the weight loss result of molybdenum alloy. Further correction experiment of niobium and molybdenum alloy should be conducted separately to obtain more accurate data. This will help isolate the effects of each alloy on corrosion behavior. So, summary from this paper. One, niobium and niobium alloy showed instant dissociation corrosion after exposure for 1000 hours. The penetration of lead into the specimen could be observed obviously with extended along the grain boundaries of niobium and niobium alloy. Furthermore, niobium alloy showed better corrosion resistance than that of niobium as a result of the element of tungsten and molybdenum included in niobium alloy, and the result of this study can provide some guidance for qualitative judgment of element niobium, molybdenum, and wolfram of tungsten solubility in higher temperature lead. Two, molybdenum alloy showed much better corrosion resistance than that of niobium and niobium alloy, and lip penetration was not observed. However, the ethers morphology on the surface of molybdenum could be also observed, indicating the occurrence of corrosion to a certain degree. So, thank you for your attention. Uh, See you in next paper. Good night.